Hi there, I'm Chris,
I'm Jen.
and we're back. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. We haven't been vlogging lately simply because we had to do things like everybody else has gotten busy over the weekends and the holidays. Truth be told, I had a severe backache. I couldn't move very much, and after my backache was clearing up, I got a massive migraine headache, and it lasted for like 5 days. So today was the first time in about a week that I actually feel good. And I don't know if anyone's experienced these headaches or back pains as frequent as I do. I also have gout. And anyone that experiences gout, it's painful. And we won't get into what gout is right now, but it hurts like the dickens. So I should count my happy days and good days and make the best of it. But we're here. We were just talking about we just started our Christmas holidays. We've been starting to get things unwrapped and start putting up our trees and all that. Took us a lot longer than we're still not even halfway finished. It took us a lot longer. Is there anything you want to say?
Well, we were going to start doing videos on what you get your loved ones for Christmas and wrapping presents and stuff.
Well, she's going to do a haul of what we got so far. It's not really much. We don't make much. We don't do much. We live in a small town. So we've never been a material kind of people. But we're hoping, that this channel will make some more, everyone does something for money. You can't do anything for free. But the real purpose of this channel really still is people with disabilities. That's our main focus. I don't know. I've been still trying to figure out a lot of things. Got some feedbacks by some people. I've been looking up things. As you know, or may not know if you just turned in, she has mild cerebral palsy. You wouldn't know it by looking at her just right off the bat. If she talks, you might hear a little bit of stuttering, or she doesn't pronounce words right every now and then. Sometimes she gets confused about what she's trying to say. And the way she walks, her gait, and her floppy muscles. But the bigger portion of it is that most companies won't hire somebody that has mild cerebral palsy. Or if they do, it's going to be very little pay, like minimum pay. And you can't survive off of making minimum wage. Now, I know the argument is, well, you need to go to college or you need to learn a trade to do something. Well, it's not her fault. It's not as if she did this to herself. When people with cerebral palsy or mild cerebral, they have a slew of problems. Back pains, migraines, allergies, arthritis, you name it. She gets the flu easily. So we've been trying to do everything we can to prevent anything, but she gets sick, and that's just the bottom line. Anybody that has a disability, whether it's physical or mental or even both, that's just the way it is. And I don't think our country's built to where they take care of those who are disabled. And like I said, it's just not her fault. So yes, she can go on disability and make around $800 a month. But, anybody will tell you that that's just not enough. And we're not accepting handouts. It's not something that she really wants to work. Unfortunately, when she applies to a lot of these jobs and they don't call back, or when they get an interview and, they can see through that, yes, they get a tax deduction if they hire her, but it's still like minimum wage, part-time, rotating shifts. And, places like Walmart, Target, they'll advertise, they'll pay their workers $15, $19, $20 an hour. The problem is it's part-time. And when you get part-time, it's the same as working $10 an hour if you're being paid $20. And yes, maybe a month or 2 or 3 months out of the year, you may get 40 hours just before Christmas and just a little bit after Christmas. But most of the year, you're only getting part-time. It's just not enough, And so I'm not saying anything bad about Walmart or Target or any other company that pays. It's just, unfortunately, most jobs won't take time to help her. She has problems thinking, and if she wants to learn something, she has to redo it over and over and over and over. And even then, she may have to forget again. And so that's just the thing that what she has to go through. I've been trying to figure out what she can do for a living. You know, the best thing, like I said, our friends, families, and my coworkers said, you know, do a YouTube and talk about the message that, you know, how hard it is for people like her. I mean, like I said, she can walk, she can talk. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, you can't see if she, you know, just looking at her instantly that she's disabled. So we don't know exactly what to do. We're still trying to figure everything out. You know, there's so many people like her in her situation. And, you know, even like you have depression or functioning autism, you know, right off the bat, you may not know. But, you know, these people, there's got to be millions of them out there that are stuck in this situation. You know, I think she can do more in life, but there's not enough jobs out there that will cater to her needs, you know. And, you know, I know that most jobs have to make a profit, but even government jobs, you know, she's applied to those too. We live near a military base, and sadly she doesn't qualify. You know, you put out these applications, and, you know, if it's the private sector, oh, you gotta, you know, look a certain way, you know, be a model. You know, we all hear about those girls that are 20 years old, blonde, blue-eyed, dark tan, getting these jobs with very little qualifications. I've seen it. You know, if she don't look the part, and, you know, you may not get the job even with experience. You know, she loves animals, and as everybody knows, that's not a high-paying job, because unless you're a vet, anyone can do that. So we thought about doing a rescue or habitat, but unfortunately it takes a lot of time and licenses and all this and that, and you can go years without making a profit. If you are to make a profit, you know, most of them are non-profit. So, you know, we've tried vets, you know, to see if she can be a vet tech, but most of them are, you know, $10 an hour part-time, which adds up to like $5 an hour for 40 hours a week. I mean, you can't make it. So, putting on a happier note, you know, we're excited about doing this. We're going to keep doing this as much as we can. And like I said, I was in pain for the last week and a half. I tried to get up and get things done. I just get migraines and back pains, and I have gout, but that's about it. No, most of the time, most of the year, I'm okay. So, you know, and there are times where she's just too tired. Arthritis really hurts, you know, and I hope that we can shed some light on some of these things. You know, we're libertarians. I believe that sometimes marijuana, or they say right now magic mushrooms, might be a cure for depression and anxiety. I don't know. She's taken meds and it doesn't work for her. We try not to take pain medicine. Neither one of us, we don't, because we don't want to be addicted to anything like that. They say marijuana is not addictive. We don't know. I know I'm rambling on, but, you know, no one should live in pain, and then no one should be suffering simply because they didn't do, you know, we didn't do anything to get to this position. Yes, we live in a small town where opportunities are not much. You know, but we've had friends that moved to big cities and come back and they didn't improve. I think in a lot of times you have to look a certain part or know somebody, and sometimes you just can't get your foot in. And so, you know, I don't know what we're going to head to politically. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, I don't know one way or another. We're not trying to be political. All we're trying to do is, hey, wake up, America. You know, there are people like her that want to work, but, you know, no one wants to give us an honest chance. Thank God the job I have will allow me to work if I'm sick or I have gout. And, you know, if you have gout, it could last a month. It's not unheard of. And it's very, very, very painful on your toes. It can last a week. But how many jobs will allow you to do that, even though you had nothing to do with it, you know? I just don't get it. We've never taken money. She's never actually been on disability, neither have I. I guess we could qualify for it. It's there for a reason, but it's just not enough. And I think the country needs to realize that if those that really want to work, and yes, she can't lift up anything heavy. She's 95 pounds soaking wet. She can't pick up anything. She has a bad heart. That goes along with cerebral palsy. She's had heart surgery when she was little. She had dental surgery. And, she still needs an operation with her jaw and her nose. She can't breathe. But unfortunately, they consider that cosmetic. Yes, you can get a lawyer and saying that this is, how she chews, is how she eats. Very difficult for us. And how she breathes. They just keep saying it's cosmetic. Well, for a nose job would be a $30,000 fix, and her jaw would be up to $60,000. They said, So we just do what we can in life, and there's people that are just stuck. I don't know how to get out of this. It's a cycle, and I'm just wondering, how does everybody else do it, or do they just sit and suffer? I don't know. How do you get new jobs? Most jobs, when you take a job, they do rotating shifts on purpose. So the real reason is either you don't go to school or you can't take a second job. And if you can't do that and you have to work rotating shifts, there's not many things you can do. You're stuck, especially in a small town. And we're not doing this pity party. You just, you want to work and you want to do good for people. And I think her strongest goal is she has a big heart. That's her biggest asset. And I think that's a great asset. She's not going to tell you the funniest jokes. She's not going to solve the Big Bang Theory, or prove or disprove the Big Bang Theory. Nothing like that. But, she has a purpose, and we don't know if society can create a job. So I am grateful for YouTube for at least giving us this chance to do this. I don't know how many people are watching our videos. I haven't checked yet. Let me reiterate, we don't edit these videos because we feel that we're not trying to entertain or tell a joke. We will, go to malls, and we're getting ready to do that, or go visit some friends or something to that effect. It just depends. Or show you, her disability, the way she walks, or her scars from her operations when she was young, very little. We can do that. But it just seems that, when we try harder, it doesn't get us anywhere, and we don't know the answers. And if anyone has any suggestions, besides going to law school or becoming a legislator, that would be nice, but, let's be honest, she can't do that. With not her fault. She just has problems reading and comprehending. So, college is just out of the rim. She did graduate from high school, but college would be too hard for her. And vocation, I don't know her hand-eye coordination, to cut hair or to make some sort of trade probably is out of the question. And, there's no real answers, and like I said, we're not looking to be a pity party, but, there's got to be a place and time where people like her, me, or anybody else has a purpose. And I don't know where this purpose is going to come from, but we're hoping that people like in our situation can solve it. I think that's a big part of our population right there. I often wonder when I look at other people, what they're doing, and they don't tell you, we want to pry into someone's business, but it just seems odd, So I guess you have to be connected. I don't know. Let me know in your comments. But is there anything you want to say?
Not really, but we are going to be doing some holiday Christmassy stuff starting, I would say, December 1st or something like that. So be ready for it.
That's tomorrow. Or no, 2 days from now.
The day after tomorrow.
Yep. So yeah, we'll do that, and keep praying, and you know, I want everyone to be happy, and I don't think anyone should be sad in life, you know. And if you have to take medication or drugs to do that, you know, as a libertarian, I think that's your right. You know, I don't think you're born to be depressed, and I don't think you should live your life depressed, and I don't think you should live your life in pain, you know. And I know sometimes, you know, people worry about being addicts. We do. We don't do pain medicine. We haven't even done any drugs, but there's got to be some answers, you know. I'm starting to think that too many of us live through life without getting that chance, and it's not fair. And I don't know where it's going to happen, but we're going to keep fighting. And, you know, we're going to try to go to some conferences soon to cerebral palsy, but, you know, sometimes it's too far away or costly and we just can't go. But we'll see. On that note, we hope everyone has a happy holidays, and put down, subscribe, and put your comments down. See what, you know, any suggestions. Try not to put any hateful comments. You know, as I said in the last blog, that she went through a rough life. I don't even want to begin what happened to her, you know, growing up. You know, you can only imagine, like anybody like her. Life's too hard already. Don't make it more, okay? Honest feedback, you know, constructive criticism is welcome. But if you're just going to be mean, I don't understand why you would do that. But on that note, we're going to end it. Happy holidays.